The Krell armada hung motionless in the void, their 17 warships listing helplessly as the enemy swarm closed in. Commander Zixtel watched the tactical display with all 4 of his eyes, mandibles clicking in what his species recognized as despair. The harvester drones were endless mechanical locusts that had already consumed 6 star systems. His fleet, once the pride of the Krell Defense Force, was now little more than floating debris waiting to happen. All power cells depleted, his tactical officer reported. Weapons offline, life support at 14%. Zixtel had led his people into this trap, chasing rumors of a harvester weakness. Instead, they'd found only their own doom. The drones were minutes away, and his crew of 12,000 would soon join the billions, already lost to the swarm. That's when the scanners went mad. Spatial anomaly detected. Unknown vessels emerging from hyperspace. On the view screen, reality tore open like fabric. What emerged made Zixtel's translator implant struggle to process the data. Ships, human ships, but not the sleek, elegant vessels of advanced civilizations. These were ugly, asymmetrical things, retrofitted cargo haulers, mining vessels, even what appeared to be a converted passenger liner. Dozens of them, each one bearing the scars of hard use and harder repairs. The lead ship, a massive freight hauler with Terra's fortune still visible beneath layers of improvised armor plating, opened a channel. Krell vessels, this is Captain Eva Chen of the Terran Relief Flotilla. We got your distress beacon. Hang tight, cavalry's here. Zixtel's translator struggled with the idiom. Human captain, you do not understand. The harvesters cannot be stopped. You should flee while we've heard that before, Eva interrupted. Liam, status on the energy transfer. A male voice responded from somewhere on the human ship. Charging the resonance emitters now. Cap, give me 90 seconds. You've got 60. Tactical, scramble our birds. The human ships erupted with activity. From their cargo bays poured hundreds of small craft fighters, shuttles, even personal spacecraft that had no business in a combat zone. But the humans flew them anyway, screaming toward the harvester swarm with reckless abandon. They're going to be slaughtered, Zixtel's tactical officer whispered, but the humans weren't engaging the drones. Instead, they swarmed around the disabled Krell ships, attaching cables and mechanical clamps to their hulls. Zixtel felt his ship shudder as a human shuttle maglocked to the exterior. This is Liam Rodriguez, engineering specialist. Sir, we're patching into your power grid. Please don't shoot us. Our weapons are offline, Zixtel replied automatically. Oh good, that makes this easier. Energy flooded through the Krell flagship's systems. Lights flickered to life. Environmental systems hummed back online. On his tactical display, Zixtel watched in amazement as every ship in his fleet began receiving the same treatment. The humans were sharing their own power reserves, bleeding their own ships to revive the Krell vessels. Captain Chen, this is inadvisable, Zixtel protested. You're weakening your own defenses to give you a fighting chance. Here's the thing. Commander, humanity learned a long time ago that nobody survives alone. We either help each other or we all die. Now, when your weapons come back online, aim for the bright spots Liam's about to paint on those drones. The harvesters were nearly upon them now. Thousands of metallic nightmares with cutting beams already glowing. But then Terra's fortune fired something, not a weapon, but a pulse of pure electromagnetic energy that washed over the swarm, and the drones lit up like stars. Liam's voice crackled over the channel. The resonance pattern destabilizes their shielding. Hit them now. The Krell weapons came online just as the first harvesters entered range. Zixtel didn't hesitate. All ships fire at will. Plasma beams lanced through space, finding targets that the humans had made vulnerable. Harvester drones that had been invincible for 3 years of warfare suddenly shattered under focused fire. The human fighters danced between capital ships, drawing drone fire and leading them into killing zones where combined Krell human firepower could concentrate. It was chaos. It was improvisation. It was nothing like proper military doctrine. It was working. Ava's voice cut through the battle chatter. Liam, how's our power holding? We're down to 30%. Cap, if we give much more to the Krell ships, we won't have enough for the jump home. Then we'll hitch a ride with our new friends. Keep those emitters running. For 23 minutes, the combined fleet fought. The humans had no training for capital ship warfare, no formal tactics, no grand strategy. What they had was stubbornness, creativity, and an apparently genetic inability to abandon people in need. When the last harvester drone finally tumbled away as lifeless scrap, Zixtel's combat display showed a sight he'd thought impossible: a victory. The com channel filled with cheering. Human voices, raised in triumph and relief. mixed with the clicking and harmonic frequencies of grateful Krell ships from two species, most held together by human ingenuity and Krell desperation, floating together in shared survival. Captain Chen, Zixtal said quietly, "My people owe you a debt we can never repay. You risked everything for strangers." Ava's laugh came through the speakers, warm and slightly exhausted. "Commander, where we come from, there's no such thing as strangers, just friends we haven't made yet. Besides, we humans have a saying, today you, tomorrow me. Now, let's get these ships patched up and find you folks a safe port. Liam's already complaining about all the repair work." "I heard that, Cap. You were meant to." As the combined fleet began organizing for the journey ahead, Zixtal looked at the human vessels with new understanding. They weren't mighty warships or technological marvels. They were simply people who had looked at impossible odds and decided that saving lives mattered more than saving themselves. The humans hadn't just saved the Krell fleet that day. They'd reminded the galaxy what civilization was supposed to mean, and the harvesters would soon learn that humanity's greatest weapon wasn't their technology or their tactics, was their inability to leave anyone behind.